now you see more. I mean, I didn't ever see computer games being advertised on television until a couple of years ago, and now you're getting more and more computer games advertised on television in the same way that you would, I suppose, at this time of year anyway, new albums, the Christmas albums being advertised.
But that's how the market's moving. You can see it like for exactly that. I mean, the budgets on the sync side of things are creeping up in terms of viral marketing and gaming and that sort of thing, and coming down on general branding, TV advertising.
And the viral fees going up is not to do with brands recognising the value of music. It's more to do with agencies, I think, recognising that they've got to make money out of their brands, and so bumping up that whole production value and making better viral campaigns.
Yeah.
But if I might stick my two penneth in here, certainly as far as I'm concerned, viral campaigns and internet is an absolute delight for independent artists and for non-commercial sounding music, because along with that viral campaign, by its very nature, most viral campaigns are more niche in their, they're directing themselves at a much more niche market, and so they want music to match that. So they are prepared to go really weird with their music choices in a way that most brands would, most of the, when Sophie was music supervising, I'm sure you found this, that you would think this was the perfect piece of music and it was a little bit weird but not that weird, and it would get thrown out because they hadn't heard of the artist. So with online advertising in all its myriad forms, I mean, these are not 30-second ads like TV ads for the most part. They tend to be short films or 2 or 3 minute kind of little vignettes. Those choices are really, really interesting, and they're viewed more like films, which is how the whole advertising industry has kind of positioned itself over the years as making small films. But it's
point. Sorry, but in terms of artists, like you were saying, not wanting to be associated with a brand, the more creative a piece is and the less of the branding involved opens up far more doors for them. So, like you say, these 2-minute pieces. And it's like short films, sort of these amazing Super 8 things, and which TV advertising can't get away with because it's too creative. They need to go, here's the product, here's what it is.
And this piece of music needs to have a nice intro, and it needs to go somewhere, and then it needs to finish in 30 seconds.
So it's great for indies because you can be far more creative with your pitching now, and there's nothing holding you back really. The weird is
it's the same with games as well. I think it has far less negative connotations than being on a beer ad or a car ad or something like that. I think both gaming and good viral things are much more okay from the artist's point of view. But again, it completely depends on the artist. I really think that there's no rules for any of these things. I think there's some artists that it just doesn't matter. Like Katy Perry doing a massive ad just doesn't matter. It's just
she's a big commercial artist doing a big commercial.
It's just not an issue.
No, I agree. I think that's this is an argument that I've had with many people over the years when they started, like I say, when it started to be this brands and bands connection, and people wanted the band to start, or the band, will the band release a single around the time when the advert's coming out? And I'm thinking, well, I'm not sure they want their connection to be so overt, actually. And also, what's in it for them? I mean, there was lots of, which is, I think, probably the birth of Fruct at that point, where there really needed to be an intermediary between brands and the people whose music they wanted to use to make. I mean, the music industry is a complicated world, and there's lots of different rights involved and lots of different deals to be done, and brands didn't understand that a record label wouldn't be grateful for the opportunity to put out a single that had, as featured on the Heinz Beans advert.
But it does happen. It does happen more now, though, where an ad can catapult. I mean, I think even this week, I think there's an Ellie Goulding tune that's just gone in the top 5 because it's on Marks and Spencer's ad. But there's no radio play on it.
No.
It's just straight from the.
Also, the IKEA is a good example with
I've forgotten his name as well.
Man. Man Like Me.
Man Like Me, yeah.
Which is a cover, but still, like, in terms of their promotion as a band, it's like they're just everywhere over any sort of social networking site, blogs, Twitter. It's all about this.
And it's quite a funny ad as well.
You
don't look at it and think, this is really bad, this is really desperate. You look at it.
Is that the Cats advert?
No, it's always find him standing in the kitchen at a party.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you see, that's appropriate. That's why I thought, oh, okay.